And we're live. Right on time, no less, too.
As always, we always arrive when we're meant to.
Right? What did Gandalf say? A wizard always arrives exactly when he's meant to. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but do you think we should go ahead, or we should we wait for Cole to go potty?
No, he can listen to us while he goes potty.
I mean, usually it's what we do, right? I mean, there's really no need for an interruption in viewing.
No, especially for us men, I think we spend a lot of time there. It's like our sanctuary. Hey, Joe.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And I have two and a half bathrooms in my house, and I rarely go to the one in our master bathroom.
Yeah, of course. Why would you do that?
Just so, I mean, even in the morning when I first get up, because I don't know. I guess you want to get your mind right as soon as you start the day, and there's always a huge, at least on my part, like an epic fart that I don't want anybody here.
Oh, dude.
that I need to get out of the way before I really start my day. So
Yeah, today especially, I'm a bag of farts. Yeah, anxiety has me farting a lot.
I don't think we've ever broached this subject, have we? I don't think this is the first time. This is the first time we're talking about farts.
Yeah, I think we haven't. That's right. We haven't talked about farts. So let's.
We can.
I don't mind farting in front of my wife. I don't really care.
I've done it once.
Once?
Once.
How long have you been back?
Once that well, I'm sorry. Once that she knows about. Plenty of times otherwise. But yeah, that's just something in me. I don't. We have discussed farts before. Um, James, you're just in time. Yeah, it's just like in front of. I've never really done that in front of any of my significant others.
I think once I reach a certain level, I do. But it always has to be basically allowed by the other person by farting first.
Yeah, you kind of like throw it out there and see what the reaction.
If they open the floor to farting, even if by accident,
Uh,
then it's okay. It's fair game. Now I can fart in front of you.
yeah, yeah. And when you call it rip ass, you know that it's all it's allowed.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends in if you connect with the other person in one simple thing
Mhm.
that it's divides everyone in this world. If you enjoy or not farts, fart humor, if you find farts funny, I think that yeah, we talked about this,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Yeah.
my
Look,
wife doesn't find farts funny,
it
which is
depends.
hilarious for me.
Yeah, it truly is. I mean, I guess as men too, we kind of always devolve into that kind of humor because it's always funny. It's always funny. Let's get to the intro and then we'll finish saying hello to everybody.
Let's
Uh,
go.
no farts in the intro though. How you doing? Yeah! Yeah!
Happen with these, and I do not know what the grade is yet. So we are going to find out together. Most likely a 9.8, but man, fingers crossed that it hits one of those higher numbers as well. So let's see. You get to see before I do. Let's see. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
You about to get plugged, dude.
All those. It always brings a smile to my face. It doesn't get old. It doesn't
Yeah,
get old.
same
You know,
here.
you know what does get old though?
farts. Oh, oh, he's moving. He's on the move. Be careful. The gentle giant might be on his way to hug you from the back and whisper in your neck.
I've hugged him before. I mean, I've even.
Yeah, but just imagine this. Close your eyes and just imagine this. He hugs you from behind and he says, "What did I do?"
Ferd Bird. And listen, you guys got to check out Ferd on Instagram. If you're not following him, he puts out stuff that it's been in your collection. This is the price of it. This is a good steal. This is what, and he's got a great eBay too. But definitely find out Ferd on Instagram. Great dude. Tons of stuff. Good. Hello. Yeah, we're hoping he comes to Heroes Con. I think that's the prevailing thought, that he's going to be there. So,
I mean, there's a whole campaign. Hey, Manolo.
yeah, no, it was never about money. He's got the money, but it's just him getting off of work. But E-Man had a hilarious post today on Instagram about not that you care, but today is the NBA trading deadline. All right, and for me, it's particular because I love basketball, and
Explain to me trading deadline, because trading players.
yes, trading players. Today is the last day teams are allowed to make trades for the end of the season. I mean, there are exceptions throughout, just in case something tragic happens, but today, I think it's within an hour or two that it's all done. So he put up, and I don't know if you've ever seen these, like Mexican word of the day.
No.
Let me see if I can find
Please elaborate. Mexican word of the day.
All right, I'll give you one because I don't think of them. I come across them on Facebook, and it's funny. Okay, here we go. No, and of course, when I want to find it, I can't find it.
Of course, that's the rule. In the meantime, we were hoping to have Comic Journey today with us because it's his birthday.
It is.
Of course, always. Whenever you say it's his birthday, it is.
And I can imagine he doesn't go along with that.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it.
All right, so it'll be something like this, and you'll always see it's always the same stereotypical guy in the sombrero.
Oh yeah.
All right, so it's the Mexican word of the day is acquitted.
Acquitted.
Right, and then you'll see Democrats should have acquitted while they were ahead. So it's stuff like that, but you have to hear it in the stereotypical
context.
voice. Yeah. So E-Man today, with all the basketball stuff going on, he had his own play on it, and it's the Filipino word of the day.
Yes.
So, and this made me laugh out loud. No.
You need to read that to me.
Okay, so when you ask a Filipino who their favorite Suns player is now, and the big trade was today was Kevin Durant. He went from my hometown team, the Brooklyn Nets, to the Phoenix Suns. So this guy's last name is Bender, but
Good.
somebody wrote in Keant, so it's like Kevin Durant, and I'm butchering that, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious. I think we spent a little too long on that, and I'm sorry.
No, wait. Just the thing that I glanced over when I was on Instagram for a few seconds. Did LeBron James actually retire?
No, was it Tuesday night? He broke the all-time scoring record.
Oh, okay.
So for my entire life, and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had it for like 39 years, and LeBron just broke that record Tuesday night.
Oh, just imagine how happy Michael Jordan must be. I don't think he cares, right?
No, I mean, and you don't know, but you're opening up a whole big can of worms because they're always,
Oh, yes, I know.
Sony Xbox. There's that LeBron James. Who's the greatest player of all time? LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Yeah, it's. We can have a whole debate on that one.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a debate. It would be me asking you questions and not in my head. Okay,
right?
Because I don't have skin in this game.
We said hello to Clue. We said hello to E-Man. We said hello to Brian from Mr. Ferd. We said hello to Roscoe. Link Squad North, back and forth. Him and Drac. Drac. Mr. Dale, what's up? Man. Shop taking his breakout from his Florida trip. Is it Florida? Or is it California? I think it's Florida. I always get the Disney parks confused.
Is Disney World is in Florida, Disneyland is in California?
Yeah, and I've been to one of them and I can't remember. That's it.
I've been to Florida.
You've been to Florida?
Yeah, when I was 18, we went there. That was basically the last trip we made when we, how do you say, when you finish school, secondary school, like high school. Traditionally, you go to Bariloche. That is a town in the south here in the Patagonia. It's a ski town and it's a spring break town. It happens in winter here, but you get my drift. So instead of that, in a time when things were idyllic here in Argentina, the currency exchange was $1, 1 peso. It was fake, of course, but everybody got some pretty substantial debt during that time. And traveling to the United States to Disney was the same price that going to Bariloche. And 5 of us basically said, fuck Bariloche, dude. Let's go to Disney.
Yeah.
So there we were, 5 Argentinian teenagers alone in the USA.
In Florida, no less.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Florida always gets a bad rap because there's a lot of weird shit that goes on down there.
Yeah.
But I've always had fun. But I've only been to places like touristy places or places like Plantation, Hollywood. Spent some time in Tampa.
Plantation, like slave plantation kind of thing?
Not when I was there. But I think
there are those kind of things that you basically go to a place that used to be a slave plantation to know the sights, travel the world.
he's back from the potty, everybody.
Maybe he's pooping. Are you pooping, Cole? You pooping? Can we help you? Release the evil?
All right, so right before we started, I've been mentioning that I've been buying stuff left and right. It's been crazy.
Yes.
I don't know what I've been doing, but I've been coming across like all these books I want to buy. Whether it's Scotty Young stuff.
Oh.
I got some amazing Spider-Man stuff. But I fed into the other side. And I'll show you guys a second. I kind of showed it on Instagram yesterday, but I put them in a box and filed them away.
You're buying things for the PC, right?
For the PC.
That's good.
I actually bought my Heroes Con sneakers yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a little. These are going to be my walking around shoes because I mean, that's nothing but foam, and these are like walking around on pillows. And for some reason, I have an affinity for this color. So if I see that color and a shoe that I like and that's comfortable, it's like a no-brainer for me. So I think I spent $200+ yesterday on clothes for the trip. That's 4 months away.
That's good. You don't need to spend any more.
No, I kind of do though. And you know
Yeah.
what? It's and this I blame strictly on DJ Links
Just
because
pointing a gun at you and saying, spend, motherfucker. You're
no, not. And I think that it harkens back to being born and raised in Brooklyn, because you kind of feel like there's a level that you have to be at.
Yeah.
Especially, and it's funny because if he wasn't there, I wouldn't care. Maybe I'm letting too much information out there, but if I have somebody who knows that level, I gotta meet that.
Be up on the level.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't felt that way in a long time, so it's weird.
I mean, yeah, we know Cole. DJ has a lot more money than a lot of us, but we're talking about style.
Dude, and I tell you, I bought one of those motorized scooters for my son, which I bought him because he never says he wants anything. I like that. Nicholson. And immediately I wanted one. And in fact, when they were gone this weekend, I rode it around my neighborhood.
And how fun was it?
It is so fun. But I've been a guy too. Like I've had motorcycles. It's like that alternate wind in my hair kind of thing.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. But with a motorcycle, I sold mine right before I started collecting comics again. Because I kept having this thought. And it's if something persists over a long time, I take it from the universe like it's trying to tell me something. So I kept hearing stories about fathers who got paralyzed or fathers who died on motorcycles. So my son is like 6 or 7 at the time. I'm like, as much as I hate it, I gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, I understand.
Trev, what's up?
Hello. Yeah, I understand. I had a couple of accidents riding a motorcycle when I was like 28.
A couple of accidents?
A couple of accidents like weeks away, one from the other. Same motorcycle. It was very mild, and the other was life-threatening. And
High side or low side?
what?
Did you go over or did you slide?
I slide. I rolled, and 2 other motorcycles run over me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a chain accident with one car that basically nicked nicked my pant with the license plate.
Oh.
I was going like, I don't know how fast on an avenue, and then he basically tried to cross, and he could have, but he kind of scared. He got scared and went back, and then he realized that he had cars behind him, so he tried to went forward again, and then he basically hooked my pants with his license plate. I couldn't go over to the other side because there were cars coming, and would have been a frontal collision. So basically, he hooked me, and he made me fly and land and roll, and then he hooked, or I don't know what happened with the other two motorcycles that were coming behind me, but they went over me. Yeah, and all I got from that was a scratch and a hairline fracture on my knee, my right knee.
You can definitely count yourself lucky.
Yeah, man. The helmet saved me because the helmet was destroyed.
Yeah, yeah. No, and you know what's funny? Everybody I know who's had a motorcycle has had that story.
I mean, it's common ground. If you have a motorcycle, you're the chassis of the vehicle.
Yep. So I had that feeling for a while, and I got rid of it, and that's actually how I got my Spidey right there. My wife, of course, when she smells money, she's like, "Where's my money? Where's my money?"
Where's my hat?
Yeah. So I'm like, "I'm not. Yeah, you're not getting all of it, woman. Get away. Get away." So I bought that statue. So, I still miss it, and I guess kind of riding the scooter was because you can do like 30 miles an hour in those things.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm fighting the urge to get one, but it's fun. It's fun.
Why would you fight it? Use your son's. He's not gonna use it.
I mean, I want my own. I want my own. I kind of picture us like like Dan is picturing us riding together.
No, yeah, I get it. Besides that, you can always teach him how to ride by riding alongside him.
Nah, he's pretty good, and I don't know if I want him to get the motorcycle itch either. You know.
Oh, dude, that's unavoidable. If he likes a scooter and he gets to a certain age, he's gonna want a motorcycle.
See, and actually, I had a girlfriend way back in my early 20s who died a couple years back on riding her own motorcycle. So, I don't know.
I mean, dude, it happens. Most of the times you have an accident in a motorcycle. But I think that's part of the deal, you know? I think we do it knowingly. And that kind of keeps you on edge and gives you a certain pleasure because you feel like, don't you feel like a daredevil when you're riding a motorcycle? Are you boring, Nick?
That's not the thrill of it for me though.
What is it?
I don't know. It's just the freedom and the alternativeness, if that's a word for it, for me.
Yeah, it represents freedom and an alternative way of life.
Well,
At least in some point in history, it did that. And it still does. I have a friend that basically ride his motorcycle, travels the country with his motorcycle as his holiday, as his vacation.
Mhm.
And he's free when he does that. And he shares those travels with his brother, and he has there's a community. But I'm such an asshole that I could never share those things. I don't know why.
It's always cool. You kind of wave to people, but yeah, for there are, and actually, Keanu Reeves is a big proponent of electric bikes.
Yeah, electric bikes have one issue, and they kind of fixed it recently. Recently, I say as if I knew exactly when, but they don't make a lot of noise,
Hmm.
so you can hear them coming. So they had to.
Yeah, well,
You can hug me without riding a motorcycle, drag. We can ride a CBN together that it vibrates, and
no.
we wouldn't be risking our lives unless we do it without a rubber.
And for some weird reason, that whole thing popped in my head like the human centipede. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, if your hobby is this, definitely don't mix it with driving or riding a motorcycle for sure.
Yeah, I was clean when I had the accident. But the crazy thing is that 2 weeks prior to that accident, It was the summer, and the summer it gets pretty hot, like summer. And I wasn't wearing my helmet one day, and basically my frontal wheel caught in one of the, when the the asphalt is separated, and
Mm.
basically got caught there, and I flew, and the bike stood there, and I flew over, and I landed, and my sunglasses basically embedded on my forehead. Yeah, and I hurt myself a little bit, but from that day on, I did one block with the helmet on. So 2 weeks later, when I had the accident, I was wearing the helmet despite the fucking heat that was there.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's the same way here in Texas, and it's too hot to be enjoyable. So
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well, the other day we went to the beach. It's the second time I go to the beach in the summer, but I hadn't gone to the beach in like, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, because I don't like the conglomeration of people that go to the beach and blah blah. But now that I have a son, I kind of want to be there when he goes to the ocean.
and he wants to go all the time because mom
Yeah,
wants to go all the time.
yeah, I really enjoy it, so I can complain. But I, I used the sunscreen like 60,
Mm.
and I still got sunburn. I'm red. You maybe cannot see me because my lighting is shit. I'm tanned, but my love handles are in so much pain.
Well, that means when somebody grabs them and
Yeah, nobody grabs them. Well, maybe my son when we're playing kicks me or something like that. But
yeah,
other than that,
God, my love handles aren't tanned either. Don't worry. Yeah, it's weird here in Texas. It's been going back and forth. Last week we had a whole sheet of ice covering where I'm at. Then we had almost 80-degree weather, and now it's back to like the 40s and 50s. So weird. I would actually like to see Photoshop of this.
oh, dude, that would be so much fun. We could do the America like that.
That would be nice.
I need to get an iPad to work.
Well, we're gonna say 2025 is a target year for a lot of good stuff going on.
Maybe not a sidecar, but
All right, so if for those who don't know, we've been kind of targeting 2025. We've been trying to get Ignacio here, not in Florida either, to go visit, to do the con thing, kind of like we're doing for Heroes Con.
I mean, with what you've been talking about and the people that is going to go there, I think maybe Heroes Con is the con to go to in some kind of way.
Dude,
Because it's a comic con, not a media, multimedia con.
yeah, and I think as big as C2E2, as big as we thought C2E2 was going to be 2 years ago,
Hmm.
this is going to be 3 or 4 times that.
Holy shit.
I think there are going to be 30 or 40 of us YouTubers there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's going to be a pretty crazy weekend. It's going to be a pretty crazy weekend.
There's gonna be a dog pile.
There may be.
Yeah.
I'm not counting it out. It depends on who's there. I'm not going to just say I'm going to arbitrarily just dogpile people, but
Mm,
it's possible.
I think so.
There are some. I don't even know what I'm going to collect. Like, you've got a few years before you're thinking of it. Would you buy comics?
If I go there,
Uh-huh.
I
Like,
can think about this.
as weird as it's been, we've never discussed you and what you might collect.
Because I'm not a collector, so the thing is, I collect the comics with the artist I like.
Mhm.
So basically, one of the comics I asked you to send me in the box you sent, by the way, thank you to everyone that put something in that box. Thank you for filling up my box. Uh, was one that it's a disconnected issue. It's a single issue that has nothing to do with anything from, I don't even remember the title. And I ask you, can you get me this? Because Kim Jacinto draws it. And Kim Jacinto is a Filipino artist that has a beautiful style for me. And I saw that he had an issue coming out, and then I asked you to. But for example, Tradmore, I had several things from him. Daniel Warren Johnson, I have nothing from him, but I'm going to buy things, but I rather have the trades over the singles, because I like the whole story in a single tone.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, the other day, I don't know if I told you this, but I was about to buy. Yeah, I told you backstage at Drax show. I was about to buy the Akira collection, and I almost started crying because I was about to buy something like that. That basically marked my childhood in a very big way, because when I saw Akira, I was 12, and it basically blew my mind. But I never had the comics, so I have it on my basically my wish list. When I get another payment, basically I do that. When I get a payment, I allow myself to buy new comics, new trades,
Mhm.
new omnibuy, if that's the word.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know what I would collect besides cool art. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I've been falling for that too. As much as like my main focus in collecting is like, I guess a lot of '80s stuff. But the two big issues are ASM 200 through 350 ish, and X-Men 94 through 200. Again,
Yeah, I get it. And now that I have one slab that DJ sent, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now. And now that I get it, I understand why you buy a book and slab it, and don't buy a print, for example. But I don't know if I could do it, because I want to be able to watch all the little drawings in the book. That's why I don't really like a lot the variant game, because I don't want the cover to be different from the book, which is crazy because I have done variant covers,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It's how I work.
Yeah, I mean it's rare too to have a cover that actually happens in the book.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like the cover to happen in the book,
Mm.
kind of, or at least hint, or be inspired by what happens in the book. When I do a variant cover, I always ask to read the issues first, and I read as much as possible to at least represent whatever the comic is about. It takes a lot of time, but I don't know. That again, that's my overthinker side working.
Yeah, and I wonder too, because a lot of slabs that I buy don't really mean anything. I'm looking around the room, and it's just really covers that I like.
Yeah, I get it.
Everything else I have that that's really of any value is, well, I got a few over there. My whole crow wall right here.
Yeah, that's good.
That's stuff that I would have had anyway. I don't know.
I think I would collect more than comics. I mean, I have more comics than what I'm going to say now, but I would collect action figures, like cool toys, because I can use those as reference. Yeah, I know, because it's a dream of mine. It has always been. I think it's the dream of everyone that draws, or maybe everyone, to make. I wish there was toy made of one character I designed. So, and that's a possibility in the future, which is crazy. But I have been talking about it as future project and a Kickstarter campaign, and maybe we can make those little old tiny green soldiers, but with the designs of my characters.
That would be awesome.
And that would be awesome because I'm doing some crazy alien designs that if we can make them in 3D modeling print, really small with bright colors, that would be a dream come true.
Well, I mean, of course you can have them done. You can
Yeah,
have your own customizable thing, but they're not to do 40 of them, 50 of them. It's going to be
Especially nowadays with 3D printing, forget about it. And it's attainable. It's not out of this world. And I've been tempted because I wanted to gift a friend of mine. We did a book together that's called Che Guevara Zombie Killer, and I wanted to gift him a 3D printed version of my design of Che Guevara in the story. It's a really cartoon, crazy, stupid story. And I kind of went around and found out that how much did it cost in that moment. Like I'm talking like 5 years ago. I didn't do it because I didn't have the money at that time. But it's not prohibitively expensive. Was that a word, or did I just? Oh, there you go. That's not me. That's not me. Are you on DeviantArt? Yeah, DeviantArt has a bullshit way of showing art to you. You need to enter to my, yeah, you're not even in my gallery there. People should stop using DeviantArt. You too, Nick. It's a cesspool, like Twitter for art. What are you looking for? Let me try to help you. Maybe, I don't know if I have it on ArtStation, because that's what I use nowadays. I used to use both websites, but now, no, I don't even have that on, oh yeah, there it is. So when we contacted the Hawking's Foundation to see if we could use Stephen Hawking's name in the book, because he's one of the characters, and they told us no, they don't want anything to do with our stupid book. So we had to change a little bit of his name, but he's still a character in the book. It's clearly him. He's Death Ballet, and that is Noam Chomsky. Yeah, and a Viet Cong soldier.
see, which is funny because I see this cover. Was this based on a Norm Rockwell cover?
Exactly, Freedom from Want.
Yeah. Also, I think Nuclear Family did a cover like this one also.
I mean, it's a really iconic image.
Look how badass this guy looks.
Yeah, and this is for the sequel in which Che Guevara goes to the magical world. That's one of Che's dreams.
Chopping heads.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you can see, there's a lot of things going on, and he fights basically zombies, of course, robots, lion zombies, zombie lions. What else? Well, mostly zombies, because it's a zombie world. But
It's a zombie world.
I think, that's it. I think that's it. So that's it. Basically, I wanted to 3D print a version of that character. and I never did because I'm lazy and I had to do a lot of things. And I didn't. I mean, I have the second book ready to go, but I need to do all the illustrations. But since it's a project that doesn't pay, basically, mm, I don't do it.
There we are in color. What is this about?
And just me playing around with digital when I started going digital, and I like Venom a lot because he can be an amorphous thing.
That's not you, is it?
That's Sans Nom without no name, one of the last Meta Baron from the cast of the Meta Barons.
I think I'm going to start the Ignacio Wikipedia page. Is Ignacio out there on Wikipedia?
No, of course not. Why would I be on the Wikipedia?
Let's just see.
It's not. Why would I?
I think I'm going to have to start a page, Iggy.
Okay, thank you, Nick. let's wait till this anthology stuff gets solved, so that you can put that in the resolution can be part of the intro of my Wikipedia page, because let's see, maybe it's some really gangster shit, or maybe it solves in a polite and peaceful manner. What's that? Oh, that's from Mad Cave, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I had forgotten that I completed an interview about the Lower Your Sights anthology.
He has been a full-time freelance cartoonist for more than a decade and has been drawing and telling stories for as long as he can remember. He's made comics, illustrations, and character designs for a variety of projects, and his latest comic projects include all this stuff.
I mean, you can tell that I wrote that. That's crazy. Did people really think someone else writes that? Because everyone writes that for themselves.
Yeah, in the beginning, you write it for yourself, and then when you make it big, then you have other people write it for you.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, Mark.
Suckers. Why are we a sucker?
I think we're suckers lately. In this channel, at this hour, full Mark, we're suckers.
I think I beat him. I think I was up earlier than him today, though. This doesn't happen often, but I think I had him beat today.
Yeah, I'm waking up early lately because Esther started to go to daycare again. And since it's 1 hour earlier than the time my wife goes to work, I'm taking him and I'm going to pick him up because when he goes out, my wife is still at work. So basically, yesterday I think I went to bed like 4:30 and woke up at 7. So I'm drained again.
That's brutal.
Yeah. And you know what? I have been doing the work to get the books from the anthology released, or basically recover them from the project manager, and that's more exhausting than to draw for the same amount of time. My mind, it's a pulp, basically.
Yeah, it's a drain when you hit that kind of negativity. That's a drain. Yeah, I was up at 4 a.m. too, but that's 4 a.m. my time. I don't know. Is that the same thing?
And no, it's like 15 to 4 here.
Yeah, you're 3 hours ahead, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I'm proud of it. I don't like to be up early. I'll get up, and if you see like my alarm, 4:30 a.m. 2 days a week, do something I love, but I hate it.
I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still 4 a.m. to me.
You know what? I don't know if I can do it now, but usually when I had something to do at like 4 a.m., like travel or something like that, I didn't go to bed. Fuck that. Let's stay up and let's keep the ball rolling. But then again, I used to be younger and able to go without sleep like 49, 50 hours straight, two works, two jobs, riding a bicycle.
That's the longest time, 49, 50 hours.
Yeah, I think 49 is to be exact.
I thought I was good at. Woke up Friday morning at 5 a.m. and didn't fall asleep till Sunday around 11 a.m.
That's a lot.
It's a long time, but I used to work 12-hour days, and then I would just go out at night,
Yeah,
get home
same.
just in time to brush my teeth and get changed for work the next day, and do the same thing again. And then when I fell asleep that Sunday, I think I slept for 18 hours. I think.
I don't remember how long did I sleep for, but yeah, same, same. And when I used to work in the graphic design convention,
Mhm.
those the preparation was all year for me and a couple of people more because I was doing the administration. I was in charge of accounting and a couple of things more, access, the selling tickets and hiring people, blah blah blah. And the convention was 3 days, and when those 3 days ended and the convention was over and we could have basically our time off, I remember sleeping through a day without even noticing it,
Mm.
going to sleep and waking up at night the other day without knowing what was going on. Basically, I lost, completely lost.
Yeah, let me clarify. This was when I was in my early to mid 20s. Nowadays at 9 o'clock, if there are those nights, I'm like 8 o'clock. I'm like I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I can't. Especially now. I don't. I used to work nights, so from 7 at night to 7 in the morning, and then when I moved here to Texas, I was doing normal
Hours.
9 to 5 hours, and my body just acclimated to that quickly. And now I can't. Like I said, if I'm up at 11 p.m., it's something special going on.
Yeah, and you have to be extremely focused and stimulated because if not, you start exactly yawning.
I'm yawning right now.
Yesterday, I went to a friend's house, Ezekiel, my friend of
Colors.
a friend of mine that's a colors, yeah. And I went there. We worked a little, and I stayed for dinner, and we smoked some weed. And immediately, dinner, weed, and I started yawning, and it was like 10. Oh, dude, it was embarrassing. I couldn't stop, and I had to go.
Yeah, I've done that before. Well, I haven't done the weed thing, but like this too. My wife is weird. Like my wife won't talk to me the whole day, but when it comes time for bed, she's like, "All right, come on, let's go."
Oh yeah, dude, my wife does the same. Why do you want to talk now? We are tired. We cannot think we're gonna end up arguing about some bullshit
Yep. And
that
then
we don't even remember about tomorrow.
she tells me to come to bed, and my male mind is like, "All right,
Yeah, some whoopee.
I'm tired, but I can put some work in." And it's never that.
Sucker. That's why Mark says it. Sucker.
But
Yeah, I don't fall for that anymore. I stay awake, working. Bye bye. Go to sleep. Talk to amongst yourselves.
yeah, and I think as a dad too, you kind of fall for that, especially too like when we had the dog. Like I'm just barely 6 foot, 215, and literally I'm sleeping on a king size bed in this much space, and I'm turning around in
That's bullshit.
just that because I got the dog here on one end, I got the wife here, and they're sandwiching me in, and it's terrible, terrible. About nonsense. About nonsense. Like if I were to sit here like after the show and I'd be like, "All right, I'm tired and I'm starting to doze off like for an old man nap," my wife will wait for the tipping point, like that perfect time where I'm just about to fall asleep,
Yeah.
and then the phone will ring. And she always wants to talk about some bullshit.
Yeah,
Like-
no, you know who I ran into when I went to the grocery store? Remember these people? Well, that people have some. What is this? I don't have weather conversations with my wife anymore. I told her this is the most prosaic. Is that a word? Prosaic? Like-
That'll work. I know.
Like meaningless conversation we can have because she likes to.
Maybe it should be like, yeah, did you see that email, or did you pay the piano teacher? I'm like,
Oh
why are
yeah,
you calling me about this nonsense? Leave me alone.
go away.
Yeah, so I think an official meeting of no man is in order. No. I'd like to
Oh.
hear examples.
I am the annoying one too, but on purpose. I turn into the annoying one like the Hulk, and I don't stop.
Get to that point where she just wants to leave you alone, right? You to leave her alone.
Yeah, she asked for, please stop. No.
You got that ball rolling. You got it.
Yeah, yeah.
gotta-
You want
You're
to do that?
gonna get run over by it now.
Because we didn't need to talk about this.
See, and then we come here and we just talk about nothing for an hour.
Yeah, but I enjoy the conversation. It's not the weather or my toxic in-laws.
Oh, we did discuss the weather a little bit. We have touched on the in-laws every now and again too, but yeah, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it openly, but the thing is, I have such strong feelings toward her family that I end up hurting her because of what I say. But they're monsters. Dude, they're monsters. I don't want the 10th tomorrow is my sister-in-law's birthday, and I told her I don't want to go, and I don't want Astor to go. And it was perfect because they're doing something only the girls without kids, so it's perfect for me because I don't have to. She doesn't have to make excuses, and I don't have to be extremely frontal and cruel about not wanting to be there.
Mm.
So it'll work out in the end. Of course, my Friday night is not work; it's taking care of my son. But I enjoy that. We'll probably fall asleep watching some bullshit on TV.
And that's quality time as far as you're concerned.
Exactly.
Now, do you ever you watch?
We
Did
went
you
out.
watch the? You've seen the Incredible Hulk from back in the day, right?
Yeah, dude, I watched it on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah. So you never like anybody ever says this, you can not
Same.
hear Bill Bixby when you say it.
Yeah. And the thing is, I heard the dub version. With a lot of things that you talk about from that age, I only saw them translated, dubbed in Spanish, in Latin Spanish. So a lot of quotes you quote, I don't have it in English in my head. I have it in Spanish.
So what do you hear in your head when Bill Bixby tells the reporter, "You won't like me when I'm angry"?
Oh, I hear, no le voy a gustar cuando esté enojado, or something like that.
See, and the panties are wet everywhere.
I don't think anyone is hearing that wears panties. Well, I don't want to judge anyone, of course. I have wore a couple of panties here and there, but uh,
Stay tuned next week on Two Nerd Dads.
for Comic Journey,
All right, for when the topic is alternative forms of dress.
I never worn panties, but I thought that was a good joke. I have worn skirts.
Skirts?
Yeah, one in particular that my ex-wife had. I don't know the material's name, but she had it from when she worked at a salon, a hair salon, and it was kind of perfect for a man because it was heavy. It had a good fall, and it was, dude, wearing a skirt. It's like going commando without the pants.
Yeah, and like you said, if it's a heavy material, you'll get the breeze up, circulates, it's all nice and cool down there.
Yeah.
The only problem is you hear all the time.
Cornstarch. Cornstarch is your friend.
Step to the left, step to the right.
That's something women will never understand. My wife hates it when
Tallywhacker.
when you fix them, you move them around, you need to, okay, there you go. Double touch.
Giant balls make it impossible.
Oh, dude, I remember there was
Huevos grandes.
the father of a friend of mine when I was a scout had a tumor in his balls, but it was benign, but it made his balls huge, and he never went to surgery. So it was a dude with a giant bulge in his pants, and he looked like he was carrying a third leg. Dude, I swear, it was crazy.
The meaty clackers. Yes, that's like a real big surprise for when the woman thinks she's getting something that she's not really getting. It'll be like, yeah, he's got a big one, but
you won't enjoy it.
it's elephantitis of the nuts.
Yeah, and for what I've heard, I have a friend that apparently is pretty well endowed, and he told me that he's been with girls and women, and they don't really enjoy it that much. But I gather he's really big, but he find it frustrating. Which is sad. I'm sorry for him. We all have that fantasy that we'll have the massive cock, but apparently it's not. So unless you're with a porn star or something like that, or someone who likes fisting, who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, knowing that, would you still want one?
No. Do I have to say it again? No. I'm happy with what I have. It's pretty functional, and it doesn't bother me when it's not in use, and when it's needed, it grows to
It springs
the
into action.
exactly, and it's totally. And I know how to use it. And I know how to do other things because when I was younger, I was pretty insecure about the size. Then I found out it was a good size, but when I was younger, I was really insecure. So I put a lot of effort into pleasing a woman before I even got undressed.
There you go. It works out for everybody in the end,
Yeah.
literally and figuratively sometimes.
Yes. Exactly.
3.5. Yeah, credit card does help.
I don't have one.
Sometimes more than the Huang.
Yeah, of course.
Wang.
Unless it's a micro one. Micro penis is kind of no deal for what I've heard for the ladies.
Yeah. Nope, my shit works. Springs into action when it's needed, and that's all I need. So
Yeah, I mean, especially at our age, what are we going to be? Those like that dude that died on the operating table having a penis enlargement surgery, like he was like 60 years old. How sad is your life, dude?
nah, not me, bruh. The only augmentation I need is the one in my wallet.
Yeah, me too. That's the only one.
I'll take one of those.
I don't even care about hair.
See, he made Dan feel bad.
Hey, dude, you need to work around it. I have a friend that has a micro penis, and he's happy.
I think Dan's probably carrying like a 36-inch wang. Probably.
And if you're not, you're not.
Got to avoid stepping on it.
Besides, dude, we live in a day and age in which you can basically buy the penis you want and wear it as if it was yours. And it basically your micro penis would fit inside the other penis, and you would be getting pleasure while pleasuring your partner with a giant dick that is basically yours because you bought it. It's like fake tits.
There it is. So now we know episode 50 what we're giving away.
So we will forget about space racism and talk about.
Yeah, it's been a while since we thought about that. I mean, it's always right there in the back of our head, but
I think maybe there's so many things going on in the world, in our lives, that we cannot go and reach and what we see into space and think about all the races we want to meet or don't know. So maybe we fix things here at home, then we go into space and pay on someone else.
right. Yeah, so they always tell you, like when you're on the planes, like make sure you pull the mask over your face first, because if you're not helping yourself, you can't help others. So
Yeah. But basically, what is the racism that happens here on Earth is space racism too. So, but are we even allowed to talk about racism?
that's a good question.
Because YouTube is kind of scary lately.
I know there's a lot of trigger words that you're not allowed to say. So
Oh yeah, I think we're all over the place with our talks. But since I have such a shitty accent, maybe we can go around them.
yeah, what fun is that? The whole platform is based on.
Yeah. I mean, I think the problem is you get demonetized. But
You got to get monetized first.
exactly. And once, if and when you reach that point and you get monetized, these videos will not be monetized, and that's it.
No. Then I got to start curbing to make 33 cents.
Hey,
What fun is that?
didn't you wanted your wallet to expand? There you have it. Haven't you learned anything from Scrooge McDuck?
Mm,
It's the cents that you have to take care of. The millions take care of themselves.
I just want to dive into the money. That's all I want to do.
Oh, what a big lie! The good thing is that only he can do it. No one else can do it.
Could you imagine the bloody nose you get attempting that? Broken fingers first, bloody nose.
Yeah, broken spine.
It'll make your motorcycle accident look tame.
Yeah, definitely.
No, not for me. Not for me. All right, dude, we're past the hour. Anything else you want to say?
No, I don't know. I wanted to talk about public domain characters, but that's just one thing that crossed my mind when we didn't know what we were talking about.
Mhm.
But then again, public domain became another thing, because I started talking about what we are doing with the anthology and going public with the issue with the comics being held hostage. So that's public domain now, and that's it. I don't have anything to promote, despite the fact that there are things to promote. Join next week, and there will still be there, because I think the campaigns, the Kickstarter campaigns I have to promote from friends, have days to go still, weeks to go still. Agree, Biggie.
Yeah, it's a shitty situation. I hate that you have to go through that. I hate that we have to go through that because that's something we're waiting for. So
Yeah, well, I'm pushing, man, and we're all pushing together. And the community on Twitter has been really welcoming and supportive. Uh, this dude better solve this, or kiss whatever attempt at a comic career he has in the future. He can kiss it goodbye.
um,
I hope he fixes it before it's too late.
otherwise, we're gonna rush up Canada.
Well,
Be careful, Canada.
I have an offer. Yeah.
We've got military people up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris the comic vet is not. He won't take care of your pets, but he'll take care of other things. If you get my drift. Jason
You can neuter someone.
Jason Bourne.
No, but I even have someone approach me. I don't want to give names because it's something that we talked in private. But someone approached me offering to do the distribution. If we can get a hold of the books, they could do the, because they're kind of close
Mhm.
to the place where the comics are held hostage. Which would be awesome. The offer is beautiful, and I really appreciate it. But I want this asshole to do what he said he was going to do. Given that it's not a chance, then we can talk more. But it warms my heart to get that kind of answer, the kind of response from the community.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep fingers crossed.
Thank you, Nick.
And we got Link Squad North up there, so Dan's awake a lot of the time, so we'll just go. Yeah, you know what I would love to see? I would love to see the community as a whole make a comic. Hopefully we can get the road.
Yeah, it's an endeavor. It's not easy making comics. It's a lot of work and commitment, as you can see for my experiences. Not everyone is up to the task.
Let's get it done, though. Let's try.
Yeah.
All right. I got nothing going on. I think
Nothing.
hanging out with the guys tomorrow night on In the Mix. Behind the scenes situation they've been trying to get me to watch Titanic.
Fuck that! Don't do it, Nick.
No,
I'm here for you, man.
I have no desire. Comic Vet just wiped Princess Bride off his list, so now there's
Yes,
extra pressure to wipe Titanic off mine, and I'm just
they can wipe your ass with their tongue.
yes. But thanks to the chat, I'm gonna put a challenge out there.
Oh,
If people want to come on, let me go through the top chat. I know we have guys hanging out here. I want to challenge E-Man. I want to challenge Shop. I want to challenge Biggie. Pretty much anybody who's in the chat. I dare you to come on with Iggy and I. One Thursday.
dude, you know what we have to do? It's put the link in the chat and risk a Remy Q situation.
69mega.com.
No, Risk It Chode.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
That's right. That's right. All right. So listen, next week it'll be open forum for you guys. So if you wanna come on, I'll post a link in the chat, and you guys will discuss anything that you want to discuss. For as long as you want to discuss it. Next Thursday.
Okay, we're taking the risk. Well, you are taking the risk. It's your channel. And even if you want to come talk to us for 5 minutes, you don't have to stay the whole hour. Just 5 minutes, you can bust your balls, or bust our balls, and leave. Show us what you're doing. Maybe you're working. Hey, Mary.
You too, Mary.
Always
Next week,
welcome.
open link.
Yeah, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to have a camera. You can always have your mic on, and that's it.
You can come in, you can pose a question and then leave. You can come in, say hello, and then stick around.
Oh, you know what question they asked? When was it? Yesterday on your mom's house. Would you rather the Christina Pashitsky? The would you rather have your partner weigh 400 pounds or you? That's a pretty interesting question.
Golly.
Yeah.
Immediately, I want to say my partner. I wouldn't want my partner to be that, but the feeling that those people have, I can't imagine not being active. You know what I mean?
That was the Tom Segura said, "I'd rather be me that has the 400 pounds because I know I can lose it, and I'd rather not look at you if you weigh 400 pounds." He told Christina, his wife.
Yeah.
But then you have the other way around. One of the dude has said, "I'd rather have my partner be 400 pounds because I like big people on the heavy side, and I don't mind."
Yeah. They do it probably in a little different way than we do it, but
Yeah, of course.
a tough question nonetheless. All right, I'll keep that in thought. I'll try to come up with a definitive answer for you and let you know.
Okay. Next week on Tuner Dads,
No, it'll be before then.
which one of us will be 400 pounds?
There you go, Marty. Rock it. All right, guys. Open forum next week.
Everything and everyone is welcome.
Yes, on behalf of my handsome co-hosts. Love you guys. Thank you for coming out, and we'll talk to you later if I can find. I've been playing this music for a long time, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Here's the outro.
Fuck, you guys already
No.
saw it? Let me see it. Oh! Shit! Oh! Y'all see that?
So, Tyler, do you want to build a snowman to plow away all night? It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be me.
I'll be clipping that too.